All right, y'all, let's get into food, drink, and drugs and what's going on in the body in a little different way than what we're taught when you consume these things, okay? Now, everybody has intestines, hopefully, the intestine, and these intestines have a microbial life living in them, okay? Now, this microbial life eats each other, and it also eats the food that you eat, okay? Your body just does not absorb the food that you eat. You have microbial life. Life begets life, and they eat the food that you eat, and they put off what is known as an exudate, right? These exudates. These exudates are absorbed by the body through the blood, through the intestinal walls, or through the nervous system, or however, right? And your body absorbs these and it sends it to where it needs to go, and that's what makes you you. That gives you your personality, or your health, or your mentality, or all the lack thereof, or any of those things, right? Anything that makes you you today. And that can explain why people change over the years, because their microbial life changes. And the main way your microbial life is going to change is through your diet. There's other things that can affect it, which is like your entertainment, or the frequencies you surround yourself with, or like if you go into a dirty area and you touch something and then you touch your mouth, you get a parasite that will affect your microbial life and whatever else, right? So when you eat foods, there's a natural food. Once you make it home yourself, you cook yourself, it's not processed or filled with nitrates, or food with preservatives or artificial colors or artificial flavorings or whatever, right? And then there's foods with those. So the foods without all that stuff, right? You make your cake yourself. You don't go and get the deli cake that has 100 ingredients, or the box cake that has 50 ingredients or whatever, right? The best cake is the cakes you make yourself with organic ingredients if possible. If you have to use conventional ingredients, it's all right. Just pick and choose wisely, right? You don't want to use a conventional grain, obviously, because they spray Roundup on it, right? Now, Roundup is actually an antibiotic. And once you get enough Roundup in you, you will start getting that Roundup breeding and colonizing in you. And this is when people get the leaky gut syndrome, or they get the gut issues after they eat, or whatever, right? Or you get the gluten intolerance, okay? The gluten intolerance is a Roundup intolerance. You gotta get off all grains, every single type of grain, and all foods with grain for at least 6 months, right? So, anyways, folks, we won't get into a little dietary spiel. I don't like to say dietary spiel because that has the word die in it and the ET. So it's just designed to bring you misery. Anyways, folks, so these unnatural foods that you eat, these medications or whatever, right? Your body puts those off places, right? But it doesn't know what to do with all of it. And in order for it to do something with it, it has to make either fat cells to store it in, or it stores it somewhere like in the brain or some other organ. And that's when you get like early onset whatever, is because that person was heavy toxic in one area in life, and anyways, it just built up. So these foods and these medications you take and these preservatives you eat and whatever, right? They're all connected to opening and closing doorways and pathways in the brain and in the body, okay? And the more natural food you eat, the more stuff you will see about the world around you. The more processed food you see, the more you will not see about the world around you, and the more you will live on the box, right? The box eaters believe the box, okay? It's a system built upon a system built upon a system, okay? And that's including the civilization around you. So over time, your body these foods are kind of made without form and void, right? And they're void without nutrition. They just take on whatever shape they want to make them in or whatever, right? And the people who eat them, they're turning into without form and void, right? Because you go down the street and all the people are all different sizes and shapes and looks and all kinds of craziness, right? They didn't used to be like that. They're void because they have no mental capability. You can't talk to them about anything except for whatever last night's TV show was or whatever, okay? You can't talk to them about anything deep, okay? You can't even, like, nothing outside the box. Only inside the box they can focus, okay? So where do you get your microbial life from? Well, you get it from a vaginal birth, which people aren't doing these days. You get it from breastfeeding and the colostrum and the co-sleeping and all these other things that people aren't doing these days. You get it from maybe eating dirty food here and there that drops on the floor, okay? You get it from eating fermented foods. You get it from eating raw cow's milk and raw goat's milk, okay? You get it from eating raw cheeses, if possible, because you get the cultures and all these other things. You get it from, you can get it from kombucha. However, kombucha has CO2 in it, and I'm not a fan of CO2 going into the body if possible, because your body needs oxygen to live, and you never go put CO2 in your root system, in your living garden system, because your roots need oxygen to live. So you're kind of suffocating your body when you drink these carbonated drinks. There's all kinds of different ways you can get the microbial life, right? You get it from not washing your fruits and vegetables, from growing locally, from and picking your local microbes around your house and different things, right? Anyways, how do you lose your gut microbes? Well, you eat processed food, okay, because those chemicals kill some of the gut microbes in there. The Roundup kills the gut microbes in there. The antibiotics kills all the gut microbes in there and then puts in bad microbes that will start growing in your system and cause disease and illness or whatever, right? So the more antibiotics you take, the sicker you're going to be. When I broke my foot and my back or whatever, they told me I had a high chance of losing my foot or whatever, just the way it heals up or whatever. And they said I need to take the antibiotics or whatever. You know what I did? I didn't take them. Why? Because I don't need them. Okay? My body has its own system. All right? Anyways, folks, the medications, right? The over-the-counter drugs. All these Christians are all drugged out all day long. They're all methed out with their coffee. If you don't drink coffee and if you've done meth in your lifetime and you don't drink coffee and then you drink coffee, you drink 2 cups, it feels exactly like you just rolled a bowl. Like, y'all are all methed out and you don't even know it, right? And it affects you for days after, just like one beer will affect you for days after. If you don't normally drink, that one beer will lag your energy for 3 days afterwards, okay? So all of y'all are living up, all hopped up on coffee, which is a liquid meth, okay? And it builds a tolerance super fast, so you don't really notice that you're all hopped up on meth all the time, okay? You feel like your heart's coming out of your chest and all this other crap. And then you go home and drink your wine at night so you can go to sleep properly or whatever. You watch your TV tube and you're just wasting your life away, okay? And everybody's guilty of it. Everybody's lived that lifestyle, but once you see it, you got to say no to it and you got to start making improvements in yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to be given over to the beast system, which you're already given over to the beast system, right? You already worship that beast system. And that's why you go to the doctor when you turn 50 years old and have them finger prod your butt just because, Okay? Oh, I turned 50. Got to go get finger banged. Huh? I don't think so, folks. Are y'all nuts, dude? Are y'all that gone to where you're not bleeding out your butt, but you got to go get finger banged in the butthole, okay, as a dude or as a woman, anybody. You know, that's for exit only. Just because you turn a certain age, you got to go get finger prodded. Y'all are brainwashed, okay? Straight up brainwashed. If you go get doctor checkup every year, you're straight up brainwashed. If you believe you got depression and all this other crap, anxiety or whatever, you are brainwashed, okay? That stuff does not exist, all right? And if it does exist, it's a result from your shitty lifestyle and your shitty diet and your shitty entertainment, okay? Because more than likely, you're just a shitty person and you don't want to admit it because you have full of pride and pride before the fall, okay, folks? It's that simple, all right? You're worried about a damn invisible enemy taking out your life tomorrow, but you're not worried about Chick-fil-A taking out your life in 10 years, okay? It makes zero sense. You're drinking Gatorades all day long, but all y'all are fat as, and you don't work out and all this other crap. Why are you drinking it, okay? Why you need Monster energy drink, okay? If you drink Monster energy drinks, you're probably never, ever going to understand anything I'm telling you, all right? I mean, it's got the damn 666 on it. So you just lost, people. You got to wake up, all right? And they control you by controlling your diet, by controlling your microbial life. They know what gives you what, okay? They have the prince of the power on their side. They have the God of this earth on their side. The people who control this world, the people of darkness, the rulers of darkness, okay? The giants that are in the earth in those days and after control your world, all right? And it's a spiritual giant. It's a spiritual force. And you're never going to understand anything unless you can admit that there's a spiritual force on this world, okay? Because the leaders of this world do, all right? The celebrities of this world do. The idiots of this world don't. And that's pretty much what the whole world's become, especially in Babylon, America, okay? We are full of pride. The fool, right? The fool that saith in his heart. Anyways, folks, we'll end it here because it's easy to go off on side trails on this. Y'all are just worshiping the serpent staff system. Y'all are poisoning yourselves daily. Y'all are drugging yourselves out daily. And you call yourself Christians and all these other things when you're living the lifestyle of the occult. You're going on channeling spirits every night with your TV, channeling spirits with your idols that you listen to. All this shit y'all don't even know about, okay? They think you got witchcraft going on a Ouija board and witches doing cauldron blood and all this other bullshit, right? You're doing the occult magic every night. You're going to the sorcerer who wears a white robe and you call him a doctor and you get your potion put in a pill form so you can go fix the disease that you don't have that he tells you have, okay? You went in feeling fine and then he tells you your numbers are off, so you got to start taking a stupid medication. Wake up, folks. Your cholesterol's fine. Your hearts are fine. Your whatever is fine, okay? If you got diabetes, change your damn diet, okay? Get some control in your life. Straight up. You got the other diabetes you can't fix because you worship the system and you took a vaccine that gave you some immunity problem, all right? It's that simple, folks. Do your research. Read.